Everyone, my name is Katie Ewers and I'm a professional careers advisor and life coach, and I'm going to talk to you today about the care worker job profile. Bear with me over the next few weeks. That's why it's taken me a while to get to this video, is I've been planning some other videos for you for this channel to help you kickstart your career or choose the best career for you. So bear with me. If you haven't subscribed already, please click that subscribe and that bell icon, because I have lots of inspirational ideas that is going to take me a bit of a while to bring together and plan, but I'll be posting them soon. So meanwhile, I'm looking today at the job profile, care worker. So care worker, you'll support people with all aspects of their day-to-day living, including social and physical activities. Maybe it could be personal care, helping them move around or mobility, helping them in and out of chairs maybe, helping them get to places, walking with them, preparing food, being with them at meal times. Sometimes the social time is just as important to a client as the practical care that a care worker provides. So you could work in a care home setting or in people's own homes or in the community. In people's own homes or community settings like community buildings where people go during the day. Care workers who work in the community are sometimes called, or in your own home, they're domiciliary carers, which I think links to domestic. So I can never say it, domiciliary carers go into people's homes and help them with their personal care, maybe prepare meals, help them wash, go to the toilet, give them a bit of social time and a bit of chat. But it will involve as well travelling to different homes. So if you're working in a care home setting, you go to one place and you might do shifts there and you might stay there the whole of your shift. Well, you would. If you're domiciliary, you will travel to different addresses where people like to be at home, which is a good thing. You go to their home and care for them daily, help them with medication, food, washing, everything I've just said. Similar roles to the care worker might be a support worker, shared lives care worker, and a personal assistant. So a shared lives care worker often lives in with the client for a certain period of time during the week. Responsibilities of a care worker. So you may prepare breakfast, lunch, evening meals for clients as needed. And you'd have to be really trained up and really careful of hand hygiene, wearing gloves. That would be really important in your job. Carrying out domestic duties, laundry, cleaning, changing beds, helping someone get washed and dressed in the morning, helping them get ready for bed, checking they've taken their meds, applying cream to sore skin, reporting any changes to the person's condition so that it could be looked at straight away. Support with showering maybe, toilet, emptying commodes, changing incontinence pads, household cleaning and cooking, as I've just said. Maybe do social activities with the client, attend appointments like doctors, hospital appointments. You could work with adults with learning difficulties, physical disabilities, substance misuse issues, mental health, or older people. It's a very, very big range of people that you could work alongside, as well as children. Supporting people with social and physical activities, which is what I've just said really. Supporting with not only preparing food, but helping them eat and drink food as well. Monitoring individuals' condition, reporting any changes. I'm jumping ahead of the list here. Communicate, seek advice from all those involved with the individual. So a carer is very much linked to and has access to a care plan, so they know exactly what to do. And they'll have the number of any district nurses, GPs, other carers that are all involved with that person's care, so the information is shared properly for the well-being of the client. Very, very important. Like, for example, if the carer needs to do something that is outside the carer's discipline or jurisdiction, the carer can phone the GP or the district nurse and obtain advice and verbal permission for anything that needs doing. So that's the kind of connections that a carer will have, as well as connections with their colleagues too. skills needed. So you need good English skills, be good numeracy, employability skills, because you need to be relied upon. You need to be responsible. You need to be where you say you're going to be, where you say you're going to be it. Well, that was diabolically said. You need to be where you say you're going to be, because people will rely on your care and you being there to help them, you know. So you need employability skills, a lot of ethics, a lot of responsibility, teamwork, problem-solving skills, the ability to work on your own initiative and prioritise your workload, very important. The life of a carer that travels about is very, you need to be here, then you need to be there, and you need to be here, and you need to be places at certain times. So it's important you organise yourself in a care home as well. You know, your clients need medications, food, or certain things at certain times, and you need to be organised, especially with multiple people. The ability to understand and follow policies, procedures, understand acts of parliament and legislation linked to your job, good writing skills to fill in care plans, reading skills to understand scare plans to understand care plans, knowledge of food hygiene and food hygiene legislation. And don't forget legislation when it comes to child protection, safeguarding, and all those issues that protect the vulnerable in our society. Knowledge of that is very, very, very important. What's it like being a care worker? It's very physically demanding. You've got to be responsible. You've got to be trustworthy. You've got to have ethics, because you know you're in a very trusted position when you're dealing with someone that's in such a vulnerable state. You need to be compassionate, sensitive to the needs of those you're caring for. Communicate well with your clients, communicate well with the people you work with the district nurses and the doctors and everyone linked with the client. Don't forget to make sure you have to make sure you work within your own boundaries of responsibility, and don't go outside that without consulting someone of higher ability and gaining advice and permission to perform tasks. Respectful, as I said, compassionate, able to build rapport with people is vital for them to trust you and for them to get a lot more than just the physical out of your visits every day. You know, for some people it could be the best social time that they get within a day. So spending time with the client, building rapport with them and not just doing your job and going, if you have the time to do so, is vitally important. Like I said, your employers could be residential homes, community care settings, companies that deal with carers that go into people's homes. So it can be one residential setting or community space, or work for a care company where you travel to different homes. So it depends on what sort of environment you would prefer to work in. Salary. The average salary for a starting care worker full-time is around 16,000 to 17,000, rising to about 20 to 21,000 with experience. So the care worker does have to work unsociable hours, evenings, weekends, because, you know, people need caring for at all times of day. People need putting to bed. People need getting up. They need to eat, and, you know, they need medications, and they don't stop needing to eat or medications at night or at weekends, unfortunately. There'll be local travel involved, especially if you're a domiciliary carer. And overnight stays at clients' home may be needed if you do that, but that'd be a choice that you would need to make. Qualifications. You don't necessarily need any direct qualifications to start becoming a care worker or to start the training. What's most important is that you have the right values, ethics, behaviours, that you're responsible, that you have integrity, that you're trustworthy, that you're compassionate, and that you want to help people and not take advantage of them. I mean, that is more important than any qualification you can ever gain in caring. You might be asked to have qualifications in English and maths, more for understanding care plans and anything else you might see along the way on your job. It might be helpful to have a social care qualification, level 2 or 3 from college, an MVQ. However, domiciliary carers, I've noticed, are often expected to complete a care certificate even if they have a social care qualification. So that must be taken into account. Experience is important. Working in a similar role or with vulnerable adults is very helpful, as it would be. You could gain this experience through a work placement, from your personal life, through volunteering, part of a traineeship or an apprenticeship. You know, if you have a good look online at the government website, there'll be caring apprenticeships now for you to look at. Will you enjoy being a care worker? Now, if you've looked at any of my self-discovery videos, you'll see I've done a self-discovery video on motivational maps, Myers-Briggs, Gardner's 9 Intelligences, the Gallup Strengths Finder, Belbin team roles, and Honey and Mumford, because I think they're very linked to career and can be used to help you choose the best career for you. Now, if you've done my self-discovery videos and you've looked at motivational maps, your biggest motivators if you're going to be a carer has got to be the searcher, and that is making a difference to people's lives. That is the biggest motivator for carers, and needs to be if you're going to have longevity in a caring job. You need to feel that you're making a difference, and that's what motivates you to get up in the morning and do your job. Also, the friend, connecting, building rapport and relationships with others. These need to be your strong motivators if you're going to even consider going into caring. The Myers-Briggs types linked to caring. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you notice, there's a lot of F's there. And what I mean by that is there's ENFP, INFP, ENFJ, INFF, no T's. So it's showing that caring needs you to be very compassionate, very subjective, okay, and less objective. So the ENFP, the INFP, INFJ, all of these Myers-Briggs types on your screen right now would be good in a caring role. Okay, so if you're any of these Myers-Briggs types and your motivators is searcher or friend, searcher most importantly, then you might be on the right track and on the right track for the career that you could do. Gardner's 9 Intelligences, if you've watched that video, your top smart will be social smart. Self-smart, understanding yourself, because if you can understand yourself, you can understand and empathise with others. Looking at the big questions, looking at making a difference, really. Looking at the big picture of your job is a good skill when you're a carer. And of course, being word smart and maybe a bit number smart, but mostly word smart so you can understand and write care plans. Gallup Strength Finder, the top ones that I would associate with carer, if you've done my Gallup Strengths Finder video, is definitely restorative, because you can restore a person, an idea, a place, a thing. When you're a carer, you're helping to restore a person. So restorative can be a high one on your list. Empathy, of course, being able to understand and empathise with others. Woo, meeting new people. Communication, relating and building relationships with others. Belief, working to values, ethics, responsibility and integrity. Consistency, that means treating people equally no matter what their station in life, no matter who they are. That is vital in caring, that we treat everyone with equality and everyone with equal respect. So very important. Connectedness, realizing that when you care for others, you're caring for the whole. And when you do something bad to others, you're hurting the whole and yourself. So that idea of connectedness, helping and caring for others, is a big one in the Gallup Strength Finder if you're looking to be a carer. Responsibility and adaptability. With a carer, you never know what's going to happen next, so you need to be adaptable. You need to be able to change your plans at a drop of a hat, or respond to something that could happen very quickly, especially if it's first aid. Your Belbin team role that would really match being a carer is if you're a team worker or even a resource investigator. And an implementer, the implementer, which is the person that actually acts to do the caring. So working with people as a team worker, being very gentle, compassionate, being a resource investigator, being able to pull help in from the environment and network with others and talk to people confidently, enthusiastically, maybe even humorously is a good thing for a carer to be a resource investigator. And of course, an implementer, the person that actually gets things done. So these are your team roles. And if you're one of them, you could match being a carer. Last but not least, Honey and Mumford. There are 4. And the ones linked to carer, if you've watched my Honey and Mumford video, if you haven't, please do, is activist, because they're the doer, they're the experiencer, so they're the hands-on person, and the reflector, the person that looks at what they've done and becomes a reflective practitioner. A carer and anyone that works with others, it's important that you're a reflective practitioner. So activist and reflector matches the carer role the very best. Now, I hope this video has been useful for you today. If you're looking to be in a carer, if you have any more questions, please contact me. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so and click that bell icon, because as I said at the start of the video, I've got so many more ideas that I'm excited to bring to you, as well as my job profile stuff. If you'd like to email me, you can email me at katie@careertalents.co.uk, or you can visit my website at careertalents.co.uk, and I'm going to put links to my social media in the description box of this video, so you can contact me there if you need to. As ever, guys, when you're looking for a career and anything else in your life also, trust your own intuition. Only you know what's best for you. See you in my next video.